Looks like we got ready ups here, so this is going to be map 1, Team K versus Shot Callers.
4, 3, 2, 1.
2-1, and it's game time, baby. ConX5 here with Killer joining me for this one. First map here, quick telefrag by B-Banks. I'm going to watch him for a bit because we're very curious to see what he decides to do. If he's going to play a true mid-roll, looks like he's going in on offense, so that'll be interesting to see. We've already got the blue flag moving, so red flag moving as well, and looks like they've definitely got 3 right in their base. Let's catch up with their other flag carrier. Zio's going to get that return. Both flags going to go back. That means 100 armor will be popping soon. Definitely bet. Looks like that one went to Frozen. Let's go over to him and see what he's going to do with it. Oh, he takes a 3-pack to the face. Great anticipation there. Probably, yep, Zio's. It's a quick killing spree by Zio's, throwing rockets all around the map. So it looks like Shot Callers going with their standard 2D in the back, said 1 up top, and just Chowie on the flag. So I'm going to stick with Zio's for a minute, see what things are looking like. He's got the flag carrier behind him. Red's going to be out to mid. Oh, that flag drops right in front of their team, so it was an easy return there for Shot Callers. Good job. They fell back, though, which meant that their flag carrier didn't really get anywhere. So we're going to be fighting over this next 100 armor again. Big scrum over it. Blue's winning the battle so far, but who's going to pick it up? Oh, it looks like Red may have stolen it away. He went down immediately. I don't think Blue picked it up. Doesn't look like it, so that 100 armor essentially negated. We're going to watch the Roxer now. He's playing essentially the same role that we saw Zio's playing for Blue. He's playing that high entrance, and it looks like Red is playing 3 defense. If not, they're definitely dropping someone back in their base right now.
Yeah, I'd seen that. Actually, it looked like they're doing just as I had said. They had a guy up above the doorway going into the bio.
Let's go catch up with his flag carriers now. Razor's going to be pistoling across mid. That's the downside of having 3 defenses. If the flag gets in front of them, they're not going to be able to outrun it. That was very, very dangerously close. If you turn that corner right up those stairs, all of a sudden, that could have been the first cap. And like we said on this map, first cap's going to be a huge advantage for whoever can get that. Oh, I want to head back over to this 100 armor. Should be up any second. Frozen in position yet again. Looks like another 100 armor going to red, this time untouched, so this could be dangerous. See if Zeos can get up front and try to disrupt it before he comes in and gets a grab. B-Bank's now in blue base. I wonder if they're switching him back, maybe playing 3 defense themselves, or maybe he was just dropping back to negate that 100. Either way, 100 goes down. No longer a threat. Let me switch back over to a defender here. Yeah, looks like Fa is going to be playing red, that lower entrance like he talked about, going to bio. I gotta say that while they've kept everything bottled up, red flag is moving pretty frequently. They're not really stopping them from getting in and getting grabs, and I think that's smart on blue team that they're trying to keep the flag moving and moving the defenders around. However, you know, they're not really getting anywhere with it, but I'm thinking this isn't a great cherry-picking map, but it is a map where if you can get someone out to, say, bio, and then get all the defense there, get a return, then you can grab that flag and piston up high or piston out to the side. All of a sudden you get the defense moving around out of position. You can maybe sneak one through mid. May need to be what Blimpo needs to do here if they're only going to have 3 offense coming in against 3 completely set up defense. Especially on a flag that's so exposed like this.
You know, and I'll add to that comment, Con. A cherry pick is a great idea on this map because not only could you do a quick rush out another entrance, you could also grab the flag, and there's lots of places to hide behind the flag, and the defense will have no idea where you are, and they'll think you're going into their base, and you'll have a free walk home or whatever. So
that's a good point. And if they can get that, I mean, you got to think that if it comes down to trying to clear the base for a flag run, you got to figure that Shot Callers has the advantage because they're definitely the better fragging team.
Yeah. See, if I were gay, I would trick Shot Callers into thinking I'm already going into my base, and they'll
turn their backs to you, and all of a sudden you just It's definitely one way to do it. It can be very disruptive for defenders. There is a lot of nooks and crannies behind the flag, like you said. Watching Fa, he's been playing that front and up top kind of role again. Did Frozen get another 100 armor?
No, but I was going to say he makes good use. There's a little ledge above the flag in the flag room, and he makes good use of that ledge when he goes in to grab. he'll go on top of that ledge, and it's real tricky when you're a defender. If you're standing, you know, by your rocket launcher, you lose sight of where he is.
This flag is actually in a spot right now where it can neither be grabbed nor returned. There it goes. Bit of a, I wouldn't call it a glitch, but a bit of a strange situation. And there you see 4 red in their base right now. But then it makes you wonder, at some point, is say Zeus going to get antsy and maybe start pushing forward? Is he going to stay patient and wait to the end to try something like that? Oh, Blimpo gets bumped straight out to the high mid.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's going to be in mid. Oh, he gets telefragged. Wow.
That's unfortunate.
Meanwhile, Red's got their flag heading out to mid. I don't know if they have any cover waiting for him. Definitely have blue. Blue misses. Yeah. Somebody rocketed themselves. Red's coming into their base. This is very, very dangerous. Shot Callers needs to get this. He only has 10 health. They can minigun him down if they're paying attention. He's not going to be able to piss into his stand. They're going to have a chance. They can't get that flag moving. Nobody has touched the flag carrier. He's had 10 health this whole time. He's going to cap with 10 health. And nobody on blue was on the flag carrier. They were just trying to get the flag moving, which isn't a bad idea, but you really have to split your attention there. Anyone could have breathed on the flag carrier and killed him. That's going to be big trouble because they're playing against 3 defense now, down a cap. So now they've got to pull one across.
Very frustrating.
Yeah, because you know that Team Gay is going to be playing essentially 5D every time their flag gets touched.
Yeah, Team Gay is going to play gay. For sure. No pun intended.
Is Sexiest Gay in Unreal, is that Danny?
That is Danny, yeah.
Okay. I would not be shocked if they basically put him on solo offense just to keep the defensive players kind of honest, shot callers.
Yeah.
Just have him solo, just basically disrupting the flag.
I think Zyos might have a tendency too to get a little antsy, especially now that they're behind, and that's going to really open up their defense.
Yeah, I mean, and you kind of, at some point, I think you need to pick your spots, maybe based on the power-up timings. There is no amp in this map, so there's only one to worry about. Just got grabbed right there. It looks like it pretty much got negated, but maybe that's what you do.
I was gonna say he's got 100. He's still got 100 armor. He just needs health packs.
Oh, yep, just saw it.
Oh, he got LG. That's gone now.
Okay. See Chowie with a headshot. We're gonna watch Chowie for a bit. Although oh, nice rocket coming in there. Well, it looks like Red is still playing at least 2 offense. But really, I don't think that their threat is going to be from trying to win that 2-on-2 game. I think what they're going to try to do is basically just wait it out and just win this war of attrition. Maybe hope that Zeus, like we were saying, gets pushed up to mid, which then leaves Chowie in a 1-on-1 or 2-on-1 situation, and maybe they can sneak another one across. I watch Frozen now running the flag. Only 11 health. Again, this is the point last time when they capped. They got to mid with 10 health. Was not touched the whole time. He's going to run straight into some rockets by Chowie. Chowie, though, not able to get him down. Zeus finishes them off, doesn't get the return. Red does not get that pickup, so a nice return there by Blue. He did have to drop back on that one. And that's what I mean by when I say that this map has a weird pace to it. It's sort of like there's this period in between leaving your base and entering mid, where if you lose track of the flag carrier, you're kind of in no man's land. You kind of just have to wait out in mid and like hope to find him.
Yeah.
Razor trying to maneuver, does a great job getting up high against 3 defense, but really needs some cover to come in. He's just running them around in circles, corralling them, but unfortunately he hasn't been timing his grabs. Blimpo does a smart job. He grabbed that piston straight out to his teammate. He's got cover behind him. This could be great for shot callers if they can get past this mid. See defense pushing up. Oh, Blimpo takes the side route. He goes down, but so does the defender. This will be a pickup for Zeus. Their whole team is going to be on this flag. Is Chowie alone on the flag stand? Can he keep it hold? He does. Red not able to catch up. Great move by Blimpo there. He grabbed that flag, piston straight out to his teammate, had 2 cover waiting behind him. And, I mean, that was just great synchronization there, great teamwork by shot callers to tie this game up.
You know, it's funny. I was just about to make a comment. I was gonna say what shot callers is gonna need to do is have B-Banks kill the guy at the bio and then have someone piston through him, and that's exactly what they did that time. So, yeah, that was good on them. That was great teamwork. Yeah,
I mean, I was about to say they're out of sync. They're not coming in together. You know, Razor was just kind of corralling the D and running him around in circles. But right after that, as soon as Blimpo got out to bio, Razor was right back there to cover him. So it's a good job on him too, getting himself back in the game after going down.
Oh, nice little jump pad move there. I don't know if you saw that, but that was impressive.
Watching Frozen now.
making use of
Oh,
that
eating the...
jump pad when he's grabbing the flag.
Oh, did you do the old toss and then hit the jump pad move?
Yeah, and it was well executed.
Oh, here we see Danny doing what we were talking about. He's hiding off to the side. And gonna let Chow... Oh, comes out.
Maybe a little too impatient on that one.
Yeah, Zeos knew he had a pretty good beat on where he was. Frozen now, just kind of running for his life. He's gonna go down in a hurry. Razor with the flag. Pretty good on health and armor. Doesn't have the 100. Just gonna get one kill behind him. There's a chance to get another. There's a double kill. Rocket takes him down. There's gonna be a pickup though. Limpo's out in mid. 120 health. He needs some help. He can get back into his high. Ooh, he gets caught in that corner right there, and that is a dangerous spot in mid. I'm gonna watch Chowie, but I feel like this isn't gonna be very fruitful. I'm just curious to see how much pressure we're seeing on this blue flag at this point, because now that it's tied back up, they can't just sit back again and rely on being defensive. One in the base harassing Chowie, so let's switch over to watch this red flag and see what Shot Callers is doing now. Razor doing a good job dancing around, allowing B-Banks and Blimpo to fight their way through. It's exactly what you want to do, is make use of your teammates. Nice use of bio right there. Just cutting off that hallway, but they lost track of him. Razor, oh, it gets grenaded down by Frozen. Wow. That was an odd way to end a very promising run. So let's actually head back to the red flag room. This is the one that I think all of the action's happening in at the moment, right as I say that they grab the blue flag. Looks like we've still got... Oh, it may not have 3 dedicated D anymore. It's kind of hard to tell. Our rocks are up top still. Boz moved to the flag, and Chan in here. So yeah, it looks like they still do have 3D in the red flag room. They are doing a pretty decent job of moving around, so that they're not quite as predictable. That's even more annoying. Smart move by Blue. Looks like they set up a run here, going out the side route. There are no defenders set up in that route. That's the one they've left open. So a good move by Blue. Again, gets stuck in a corner. He's going to go down, but that may be what they will look to do, is choose that entrance where there's no defenders to hit you on the way in, set up some cover, and just have one guy grab, pull up that shield, and just run straight for that direction. Razor's doing a great job of keeping their defense moving, but of course, on a map like this, there's so many places just get cornered. As you see right there, they're actually going to maybe leave the flag in that awkward position. Completely lost track of his 100 armors too, by the way, so... Oh, there it is, right there. Razor now... Oh.
Shot Callers. They're making real good use of their translocators on defense, both Chow and Zyles. It's as expected.
Yeah, it's something a lot of defenders... Oh, and Razor gets completely blasted from behind. That 100 armor completely negated, but I'm going to stick with him and see what he does going in. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of defenders that rely solely on fragging ability, and you can get pretty far with that, but whenever you can essentially be in 2 places at the same time with creative use of the translocator, it just multiplies your effectiveness. Razor now doing a great job. It's not easy to piston down this hallway because those grates, basically you have a 50-50 chance of whether it'll actually work. So a good job of him being smart, running off to the side. He's got cover behind him. All the defense is behind him. If they can fight his way back to the base, oh, that would have been a cap. Last chance return there by Fa. So Shot Caller's doing a good job of keeping these flag moving. They're definitely threatening to cap a lot more than Team Gay is here, which I suppose isn't shocking, but at some point they're going to have to push another person on offense. Danny can't do it all by himself. That's exactly what they're doing now. Blimpo is basically setting up shop in this side exit, waiting for Razor to grab and just head straight that direction. And I think that's what they're going to do, is use these set pieces basically to try to get out and break that D and maybe get in front of him and maybe even just outrun him by pistoning. It's overwhelming numbers right now in red base. So I'm curious now. I want to inspect Zeos a bit and kind of see what he's been doing. If he's been sitting back and still being conservative, or if he's been even pushing out a bit. I mean, right now obviously his flag is moving. It's in these transitional periods between offensive waves coming in. I'm kind of curious what he's going to be doing as this match plays out. And now that they're tied up, he doesn't really have to overextend himself like he maybe would have had to before. Oh, he's seeing some great shots there, able to get that pickup. Is Danny. He's going to make his way Out high. Nope, he's
Oh.
going to get blasted all the way back to the flag stand, so he's pretty much starting from square one. He's going to go down. Looks like both flags getting returned.
Yeah, great job by shot callers there.
Rosen seems to be waiting for the 100 in mid. I'm not sure if it's going to spawn, but I'm going to watch Razor running this flag, and it's really kind of feeling like Groundhog Day if you're Razor. He basically will grab the flag, dance around. He's basically just like a matador, just kind of trying to defy death as long as possible, but completely surrounded by that. It's just so frustrating. And he again with the flag in his hands, down to 30 health though. Covers himself well, gets Zeos down. He's going to be out in mid, but there's really not going to be a whole lot of cover for him. Frozen's out there, but that's about it. We should have this return, and they do.
Yeah, that's the problem having 3D. You lack the support in mid.
Yeah, and I mean that's on the D. It's also on Danny if he needs to have them push up at a certain point. That's completely up to the flag carrier to say, hey, right now you need to push up. And so maybe some communication issues, or maybe they're just not willing to risk having their flag moving that much. But meanwhile, shot callers now, another promising run out to mid. Blimpo's fairly weak though, so he's going to expect a pickup. There you go. Nice pickup by Razor. He's going to be going in high. He's really weak as well, but shot callers completely cleaned out mid. If anyone else can get this pickup, oh, another one.
Oh.
Gets into the high entrance of their base, and they can't quite turn that corner. That's, I think, the third one that they've had that far. Just haven't been able to get that last clear.
I think that's the second clutch return that Faw's gotten up high in the enemy base.
If you're shot callers, however, I mean, you have to be feeling alright with the fact that you're playing against 3D and you're still getting the flag moving constantly. Razor pistoling out to mid. He's looking pretty good on health. Their flag gets returned right in front of him. He'll be up high again. They're going to have one more chance to turn this corner. He's got tons of health this time. He's going to turn this. They should be able to clear this base. It's a pretty easy base to seal. He can piston straight to his flag stand. He does so. Nobody there for the grab. Shot callers goes up now with 3 minutes to go. And that completely flips the script, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's they're gonna have to change their 3D now to 3 attack, I think.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, with 3 minutes to go on the map like this, I'm almost inclined to do essentially what shot callers are doing. Say, okay, we're going to play one on the flag, one in mid, and then 3 offense. You have to get the flag moving now. And I'll be curious to see if shot callers plays more defensively. Maybe drops back like someone like B-Banks to be straight D.
You kind of got to go all for broke right now. The sooner the better, really. Time's your enemy, so...
Exactly. I mean, as time ticks down now, every second that this flag is in blue base, they're winning.
What I'm seeing is Frozen and Danny are not really running together too well. Like they're a lot of solo.
And he's getting out to mid. They did push Roxer up to offense. He helped with this grab. Danny's doubling back. He's going to try to make this one count. See him circling back around through bio. He's going to get some health. Heading out to mid with pretty good health. He's blue all over him though. Flag goes down. Blue's going to get that return, and that was pretty good opportunity there. Blue decided to drop all the way back, which is interesting. That puts pressure on the red D that they have to push out. However, at the same time, you would like to see them send at least one person forward to grab.
100 shields up. Danny's got it. Low on health though, and he's going to get chased back to his base.
Noticing a lot of Zeos and Chowie doing a lot of spam through the doorways, the entrances. Of course, you have a map with very few choke points into the base. You'll often see that, where you basically just have sustained rocket fire just at a doorway just to try to hit anyone on the way in. Oh, and he gets snuck up from behind. That's going to be a solid grab by Danny. However, he's not really going to have much health, so cover himself. Nice rockets. Oh, he misses the jump to 50. Takes damage falling.
That's too bad.
Still,
nice shot on
sustained.
Razor.
Yeah, he's still got his sustained run going. He will be able to piston across mid if he wants to. He actually opts to grab some health.
I think he's going to be a little sneaky on this one.
Yeah, well, his teammates are probably all in return right now, so he's probably telling him to hold off. He's just going to spam this corner until he feels like the opportunity, until the coast is clear. He's going to piston straight into his high. Chowie's right there waiting for him, and that is a bit unlucky, but credit Chowie for being in the right place at the right time. Meanwhile, Blimpo caps with 1 health, and that's going to put it away. With 40 seconds to go, shot callers. Like I said, you know, this isn't a map that North American players are necessarily favored, but it's not one that's a mystery either. North American community has played this map on and off. Wondering if maybe one of the other more obscure maps might have been a better map choice, because now they're going to be going to Pistola, and Team Gay is going to have to beat them on their map now.
Yeah, it's gonna give shot callers a lot of confidence, I think.
8, 7, 6,
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see, because Pistola is another map where if you really want to, you can play 3D in the base and slow it down.
Oh, I think Pistola plays very similar to this map. Lot of cutoffs in mid, and like I say, it could go either way. Whoever gets that first cap, it helps for sure.
Yeah, and I think it's even easier to defend on that map since you have something like 17 vials and a 50 armor in base.
Yeah, Chowie does a really good job in stacking up on those vials, so when you go into that flagger and you're fighting a guy that has twice as much health as you.
And you know, regardless of whether they play 2 or 3D, I think we're probably going to see a similar offensive strategy from shot callers, where they'll have a set point, usually going to be the enemy 50 armor. Probably have someone, probably have B-Banks basically just controlling that room and just trying to disrupt anyone who's around there, and basically just keep a clear exit so that Razor or Blimpo can grab and just piston straight out there. Pistola, a map where you basically have 3 critical points. It's getting the flag out of the flag room, because that's a difficult spot to kind of move it, and then getting across mid, because it's so slow, and you take that low flag route across mid. It's the natural route out to 50. You do have a chance at 100 armor, but it's such a predictable and wide open area that it's just an absolute battle to fight your way across mid. And then once you get back in your 50, you're pretty much set. Your team can definitely seal the base behind you. I think we're going to see a lot of very, very tense moments in mid, where every time a flag gets across the halfway point back to an enemy's rocket launcher area towards their 50 entrance, you're going to see some really, really frantic scrambling to get that return and/or pickup. One thing I would like to see used more in general, and I'm not sure many people even are aware of, is the fact that when you head out this 50 entrance, you head out through the rocket launcher in this sort of natural flag route towards the 100, you can actually piston in a couple different ways straight back up and go inside your minigun entrance. And it requires a bit of a charge. It's not just a 20 health tap, but sometimes if the other team is overcommitting, and as soon as you get down to that area, they're jumping in to cut you off on the other side of the 100 armor, sometimes you can catch them off guard by pistoning off that rock, going in your mini entrance, and all of a sudden they're 100 feet behind you, and you're in a good position to cap. So I know that someone like Blimpo definitely has the confidence and experience to be able to do something like that, and I would be curious to see if that ends up, if a move like that, where you're doubling back on a defense, or you're using a trick jump that catches them off guard, is what breaks it open. Because like I say, you got to figure Team Gay is going to be playing 3D again and really trying to slow this game down.
Yeah, that's a really good point you make, Con. That's a really underutilized path to go. Most teams aren't expecting you to do that, so it's definitely...
Well, you're in one of those situations where you always need to have one person with eyes on the flag carrier. Basically charging the flag carrier. But a lot of teams will do that. Once you get out to mid, they'll all go out their minigun, go straight across, and just try to cut you off 100 armor. And if you see 2 or 3 people over there, that means that you've got a clear path to one of your entrances. And it may not be the quickest entrance to your flag, but it'll be the quickest entrance to your base, where you can get a seal from behind. And it's just, there's some interesting dynamics in this map that you don't always see. You see a lot of the standard kind of out 50, across 100, and in 50 flag routes, but there's some interesting speed runs and really just movement opportunities available that I think a lot of people aren't necessarily familiar with anymore. I would say that Razor and Blimpo are probably the two well, of course Danny. Razor, Blimpo, and Danny are probably 3 of the more familiar, excuse me, of the flag runners in this tournament that are more familiar with all those little kind of nuances. So I think if there's a chance to see any of that happening, this is a good match to see it in.
Yeah, and it looks like Team Gay's subbing out the Roxer for Frozen, the American Frozen.
Okay, well, certainly...
I think that's a good move, because Frozen and Danny are both guys that like to piston across the map, so they might work well together. It's hard to say.
Well, Fro is also the kind of guy, I mean, being a North American player, he's going to be very familiar with this map. I am curious to see what position they put him in, but that may have been a factor. I mean, I don't know how much Pistola has played in Europe. Certainly CamperCrossing isn't something Frozen would be particularly familiar with, but anyone who's played in North American plugs and matches, very, very familiar with this map. So I don't think that's a bad move, like you say. It's gonna make it. It's gonna make communications hell for shot callers. They'll probably just call the American Frozen Fro and the other Frozen Frozen.
Yeah.
Still a bit of packet loss coming out by Frozen. That's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna call the European Frozen Frozen and the other Fro. That's how I know him. So for any of you listening, confused, there's your key. Now, one thing I do think that there's going to be a lot more heavy mid play in this map, given the fact that there's 2 power-ups, the 100 armor and the amp, and we're about to get started, so we'll see how that works out.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Get ready, and it's game time, baby. Connex5 here with Killer one more time. Bringing you map 2 of Gay versus Shot Callers. Shot Callers came back, and really kind of a shocker, came back and beat Team Gay on their map choice, CamperCrossings. Now this is going to be their pick, and I think it really plays to their strengths a lot more than CamperCrossings. Definitely they're going to be much more familiar with it. You can see a bit of a substitution on Team Gay. We'll see if that has any effect. Right off the bat, I'm going to move over to their flag room and see what kind of defense they're setting up. And you can split a couple different ways in this map, and it actually looks like they're sticking. Maybe Fa on the fly. It looks like they might be playing that 3D, because it looks like you got Chan and Fa in the base. Let's catch up with Danny as he's running this flag. Not looking super great on health, just 100. He's going to be heading out. Well, he's going to be heading nowhere.
Kill. Blimpo got a double kill. He's coming into his rockets right now.
A good pickup by Razor. Like I say, wide open in mid. Oh, nice clutch kills on both sides. That gets returned.
Yeah, I don't think 3D is a real good idea on this map.
Well, this is definitely a map where, given that it's wide open in mid, once you get the defense behind you, you can piston across and outrun them back to your own base. So that could be problematic.
And a lot of times offense can assist the defense by dropping back in mid and getting the return. So I don't know. I'm not in favor of running 3D on this map.
Well, now that I'm looking at it, Blue actually doesn't have anybody in their flag room right now. I don't know if they're pushing their D out to the entrances. There we go. Now you see Chan kind of running back and forth. So Fa and Chan are both definitely patrolling the base. Here comes the red offense. Break this D. They focus their fire down, get one down. They're all behind him. Then this is like I was saying, if that last flak ball doesn't hit, Blimpo's got all the defense behind him when he's in mid. Then you're relying on 2 offensive players to fall back and try to bottle it up.
European Frozen, he has the flag with an amp, but he's got dropped.
Yeah, he kind of went in there by himself. Now, I've never really been a proponent of grabbing the flag when you have amp, unless you're absolute last hope.
Yeah, and especially like if you're going into the flag, and I make the same mistake myself, but when you're going into the flag room and you have amp, at least kill them before you grab. Don't grab while you have it.
Clearing out the offense pretty effectively there. So Chan and Fall back kind of on the flag. I don't know where they're putting. Frozen is clearly running. I don't know where they're putting Fro. Kind of curious. Anyway, let's catch up with Razor as he's just surrounded by a sea of blue. He does have some teammates though. B-Bank's switching it up, going that minigun exit. It's a smart move. Even if it doesn't work, you have to keep the other team again from overcommitting. Vary up your routes, and that way they can't just guess the same route every time. And if they do, then you switch it up. Got a free run across the map. Number should be spawning soon. Oh, last second kill. Danny's going to steal that one away. Pretty low on health. Let's see if he can get more health packs and make the most of it. Like I say, you have so many health files in base. You can start stealing away enemy health files. That also can really help your offense. Razor dropping back to try to help negate this armor. Basically just playing some peekaboo with Danny. They're definitely respecting Danny's ability to grab this and really do a solo run if he needs to. Falling back on him, it's got to be frustrating, but it's not a bad move.
That's what they have to do.
Rosen goes down. So I'm going to catch up with Fro, American Fro, just again out of curiosity. he's replacing a player who was essentially playing their third defense. It looks like he's going to play maybe more of a mid-roll. I mean, I think they have the 100 armor coming up. He's fighting over that. It's all red there. Nobody on the blue team there in position, so blue perhaps having issues keeping the timing of it with their flag moving so much. However, they do have this across mid. Looks like he goes down. Frozen actually gets this pickup. He goes down to that 100 armor. And both flag carriers meet each other. Red wins that fight.
No.
They're going to be set up. He's stuck on the rocks. Razor still has 81 health, though, in great position. He can piss him back to his flag stand from this spot.
Yeah.
There's not going to be anybody in front of him. And not the smoothest transition to your stand, but it works.
No, that was pretty ugly, but good cap nonetheless.
Yeah, and that's Amp is up. Nobody seems to see it. Interesting. Blimpo grabs it. You can bet he's going to have timing on it. Let's go follow him and see what he does with it. Because Amp on this map, one good Amp run can single-handedly push a cap across. You see Zeo's pushing all the way out to mid now. And Blimpo, nice double kill. Just waiting for some teammates to grab the flag, but he goes down. Let's catch up with this with Danny with the flag. He's going to be heading out. He has some cover now. 3 blue in mid, so they're definitely stretching out now to try to get another cap across now that they're down. We'll see what effect that has on their defense's ability to keep their flag in check. Only about a quarter of the way into this match, so you're definitely, again, your shot callers, you're very, very relieved to have that first cap across, given that you're playing against a team that was very defensive CamperCrossings. I'm going to watch Chowie for a minute, but again, this is probably not going to be the most exciting spot, given that they're only... It's basically a one-on-one between Chowie and Danny on the flag. And if Zeos comes back, that just makes it 2-on-1.
Yeah, and you'll kill Chowie once, you might even kill him twice, and you'll still have to kill him a third time just to get out of the base sometimes.
Yeah, Chowie's extremely aggressive as a defender. He doesn't just go straight for the cutoffs all the time. He'll definitely get in your face and disrupt you.
Yep. It's the most effective way to play, in my opinion.
Yeah, you definitely want at least one person almost treating your flag like it's enemy flag on offense, where you're just constantly moving towards it. And then the other guy can kind of maybe try to work the angles, maybe try to get the cutoffs. That's what I found is always most effective. You want one person on the carrier, and then one maybe trying to cut him off.
Yeah, that's why Chowie and Zyles, they make a pretty good pair.
Yeah, Chowie definitely liking the flat cannon. It's a lot of telefrags, of course. Zeos, of course, mobile, likes to use the hit scan, lightning gun, and shock to his ability. So, the best of his abilities. So that's definitely a good balanced defensive pair, and I think that's why they've been so effective. Oh, Chowie almost getting the set translocator telefrag right there. That would have been brilliant. But alas, didn't quite get the timing down. It actually trans-dropped in his base so he could fall back. Enemy flag carrier ran right over it, tried to get the telefrag, just missed it. So I think 100 armor is around the top of the minute, given the recent timings of it. I don't want to sit on it too long, so I'm gonna catch up with blue flag as they're pushing really into just a wall of flak right there, as blue had just completely fallen back. So blue still playing fairly defensively. One thing I'll say is that this map, I think more so because the mid is so open as opposed to CamperCrossing's like corridors, fragging ability I think in mid is a much more important here. It's not just about positioning and cutoffs. Just the ability to straight up point and click on the enemy character really I think plays a bigger role in this map, and that's something that I think Shot Callers has a much bigger advantage in.
Yeah, and timely power-ups come in handy too. I mean, if you get an amp and your flag carrier's coming out of their base and you've got that amp cover in mid, that's almost a guaranteed cap right there.
Well, Razor now unfettered to the flag. He's going to get out to mid with the 100 armor. He's going to be able to piston. Like I said, he's going to head to that right side. He's down to 8 health, so he can't piston anymore. He's going to go down. So a nice pickup there by Blimpo. Great use of the translocator. He's going to be back in his 50 entrance. Going to be able to piston up there. They have one person to kill in front of him. Good job by Chain of getting back and cutting him off, but nice cover to kill him. Oh, he goes down right in front of the stand. Blue's going to have one more opportunity. Danny, though, not there in time. B-Banks pulls it across, so nice relay by Red. And that's really what you expect on this map. You can never really count on your flag carrier running it coast to coast. So you got to have someone ready with the translocator. That's good job. Nice pickup by Blimpo at an awkward angle, too. Just really predicted that one perfectly.
Yeah, down 2-0 now. They're really going to have to force the issue.
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching Danny right now, and like I say, the fight with him and Blimpo in mid, you know, Danny's at a disadvantage. Like, he's waiting for this amp, and he gets it, but he's down to 10 health, and he just doesn't have the support in mid, kind of like you said on Camper Crossings.
Yeah, and that's where Blimpo has the advantage. A little more. I think he has a little more support.
And, Danny also falling back to try to cut these flags off. Maybe just not really able to rely on the defense. Like I was saying, shot callers can leave their two defense, Zeus and Chowie, basically on an island. They don't really have to worry about falling back to cut off flag carriers that much. They can put that confidence in them. That allows them to be so aggressive. Whereas Team Gay not really able, or at least not willing to do that. We're watching Danny running this flag. He's kind of dancing around, doing a good job getting himself towards the front of base. He knows he's going to have 2 or 3 people cutting him off now, and just absolutely goes down. Followed up with Razor. Oh, does the piston. Oh, he misses the piston. He was trying to get up to amp. Would have been a great move, because that would have put broken line of sight with the defenders. It's a double kill though, able to cover himself back in the base. Need one more pickup.
Nice,
you gotta have the translocator out there. Good job by the defense though of basically winning the drag race to that flag. That saved a cap right there.
Yeah, that was a really nice return.
Let's see, who do we want to follow? I think we need to follow Razor here as he steals that 100 armor. He's going to be going in with 100 armor, 120 health, maybe even some more health if he can pick up some vials.
Yeah, see, I don't know why he didn't go for those vials, but...
Yeah, the ones by flak, that's what I would have done. It would have given his teammates time to set up and disrupt the defense too, but as it is, he does get the flag moving. And, fortunately, his cover doesn't seem to be anywhere... Oh, nice combo, cuts him off. He's going to go down to some link here in a second. Let's follow red flag now, as Fro now moving this flag. First time I think he's had it in his hands, really. He's going to be heading out flak towards Mini. And some good cover by Danny. He's actually got Frozen in mid as well, so... Oh, nice flag, takes him out. Big pickup here by Frozen. They're going to be at amp. Another kill by Zeus. Can he beat him to the flag? And there we go. That wasn't quite as clutch of a return, but you see a nice awareness there by Zeus, pulling out that translocator and just going straight for the flag, not messing around. And another flag pass here, another relay by shot callers. This is probably going to get him another cap because they're in their base. Double kill by Zeus. There's nobody on their half of the map. That's how you piston to the flag. And just solid fundamentals. Again, you know you're going to have to relay these flags across the map, so you just have to be in position to do so. Double kill there by Zeus. Multi-kill by Zeus. And there's nobody left to kill, so probably going to go ahead and push out to mid. And of course, blue team now having to overextend and push 3 offense to try to really do anything they can to get back into this game. That's going to leave their defense, kind of like we said, it's going to leave their defense on an island. And I'm not sure that their defensive pairing can really hold up to Red's offense. So it's going to be they're in a tough position right about now.
Yeah, they're. I almost want to say that Gay might want to, if they can get an amp, maybe have an amp solo defend or push the amp up and have four-man offense for a run.
Yeah, we're in the last third of this game, and really, I mean, you can't afford to wait any longer. If this map stays like this, the match is over, and they're eliminated from the tournament. So this is really it. I mean, you got nothing to lose at this point. You're down 3.
Yeah, and, win is a win.
Yeah,
loss is a loss.
You might as well try something at this point.
Yeah. It looks like Paws pushing up a fair bit now, so they might get a little bit more mid support now.
Yeah, and I mean, given how defensively they play, I wouldn't expect them to be pushing, you know, upwards of 3 people into Red's base, but maybe putting a couple more in mid is something that they would might be willing to do. And he dancing around in base and just not able to overcome. And Red, that's the thing. Even with this extra aggression, Red won't really have to drop back anymore because they've still got Zeus and Chowie in base locking it down. And you know, if need be, someone like Blimpo or B-Banks can maybe turn around in mid, but they can still be pretty aggressive here on offense. I mean, if you're shot callers, you're not necessarily thinking about running the clock out at this point. You're thinking about extending this lead. Speaking of which, Blimpo coming across 100 armor, coming back into his 50, and looks like everybody's been cleared out. basically a seal in mid. Finally, Danny sneaks up from behind, and he may get that solo return. So a great job there denying a cap. That was almost for sure. That was a couple seconds away from being 4-0. So another clutch return by Blue, but you know, at some point they need to start moving Red's flag. And it's basically just been, well, here we go. Frozen's now in here. And the double kill on the defense, heading out to mid. So now we have 3 Blue running this flag, exactly what they need to do. Annie with a nice pickup. He's going to have some room here. He can opt to go either direction. He's going to go into his minigun. Missing straight in. He's got Red's offense basically in front of him, but Zio sneaks back up. I think maybe he danced around in mid too long there. I think he really needed to commit one way or another and just go.
Yeah, I agree. And unfortunately, he picked the wrong way. He might have been better off going down to the 50.
Oh, Blimpo with amp cover right now. Not sure. I just saw. I think I saw a double kill by. But Blimpo grabbed the amp. Blimpo with the amp and the flag. They're back in their own base, trying to get a view of that amp run. Just didn't want to give me the view. So sorry, didn't have a very good camera angle on that cap, but bringing another one home, 4-0 with 4 minutes or just under 5 minutes to go. You can see the scoreboard right now. I mean, when I said that there was a fragging ability differential between these teams, it's pretty significant. And I think on a map like CamperCrossing, it's a bit harder for that to manifest itself. On a more wide open map like this, definitely seeing that in the numbers on the scoreboard.
Yeah, definitely getting out frag.
It certainly doesn't help their offense. You got like Danny and Fro running in 2-on-2 against Zeus and Chowie. That's going to be difficult, especially when they have all those extra vials and armor. Razor, meanwhile, Piston almost all the way back to his 50 without getting touched. And again, that fragging ability, he's just waltzing in his front door. Lippo running up there, I mean, just great cover on that run. Razor hardly had to do anything because everyone around him was just blue people dying. And I think that's what we're seeing is the blue team, when they have to extend, kind of open up their positioning, they're just not comfortable with that. And so, you know, their game plan worked to a degree, but once it gets broken, it really forces them out of their comfort zone. I think that's the problem that Team Gay ran into this match. So I'm wondering if Team Necro versus Mass D is already underway. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'll have a look at the server browser, Con. If you wanna.
Yeah, you can do that for me. I think they're just in the other UK server. See Red with another. I mean, looks like Team Gay is rage quitting. So either way, we're gonna be moving over to that other match if it's ready to go. 6-0 is gonna be your final score. 3 minutes to go. And you know, I'm sure there'll be some amount of complaining on the forums. Certainly, Frozen had some packet loss issues, and that's always frustrating. Definitely sympathize with that. But definitely think that this was just shot callers were just too much for them to handle. They tried to total up. They tried to play their defensive, like keep it close, and then push through. You know, maybe a couple at the end. Sort of classic turtling game plan. It just didn't really work out for them.
Yeah, frustrating for sure for Gay, but I think the better team won. So
yeah, I mean, I definitely think that there was. I mean, on paper, I was like I say, I was surprised to see that shot callers lost them in the first match, mainly on virility. Arcanostre, I think that would have been a better map pick for them. Like you say, you run down those keys. I was saying what to watch. I think the map selection was perhaps a mistake on Team Gay's part. I think Arcanostre, Sulfur. At that point, I think you need to pick for your team's or for the opponent's weakness as much as your team's strengths. And I think maybe they picked a map that they liked rather than one that the other team wasn't going to necessarily be experienced on. I think that hurt him. Frozen, though, I mean, he's still got a minute and a half, and it's only 5-on-1, so we'll see what he can do here.
Showing good sportsmanship, and yeah, we'll see if he can get a monster kill in mid and cap on them.
Well, I think Fro had some issues with his scheduling, being able to play these matches. This may be the first match he's played in, at least in the playoffs. I'm not quite sure, so I think he's saying, hey guys, I finally got my chance to come in and play. I'm going to make the most of it. So
yeah.
He will have the highest score in his team.
Yeah, I don't know what, I don't know if we've got the server info for the other one, but the other game right now is 4-1 for Massive.
I actually do. Let me see. They're in server 2. Okay, they're on Virility. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pop into there.